Okay, people, so it's 2 something in the morning. I'm just back from a screening of Venom The Last Dance. All right, this is written and directed by Kelly Marcel. The film is produced by Kelly Marcel, Hutch Parker, Matt Tolamash, Amy Pascal, Tom Hardy, and Avi Arad. Joseph M. Caracillo Jr., executive producers, and Sophia Noronosh, line producers. Dan Deacon took care of the music. Fabian Wagner was on cinematography. Mark Sanger edits the piece, while Brett Howe and Mary Vernew took care of casting. Production design is Chris Lowe and Sean Horworth. Art direction is Miranda Keeble, Samuel Leake, Jordan McKee, Olivia Muggleton, Andrew Palmer, and Andy Young. Lucy Eyre was set decoration. Daniel Orlandi is costume design. Our cast. Well, obviously, Tom Hardy is back as Eddie Brooke, aka Venom. We've got Stephen Graham is Patrick Mulligan again. Peggy Lou is Mrs. Chen. We've got Chitwell Alejifor as Rex Strickland. Juno Temple is Dr. Teddy Payne. Clark Bacco is Sadie Christmas. Reese Iffens is Martin Moon. Alana Ubash is his wife, Nova Moon. They've got 2 children who are played by Dash McLeod and I think either Hallie Finley or Brooke Carter is the other child. Cristo Fernandez is the bartender. Right, we have got who else? Andy Serkis is Kroll. Yeah, I mean, that's probably our main lot of people, right? The gist of the story is in Venom The Last Dance, Tom Hardy returns as Venom, one of Marvel's greatest and most complex characters, for the final film in the trilogy. Eddie and Venom are on the run, hunted by both their worlds, and with the net closing in, the duo are forced into a devastating decision that will bring the curtains down on Venom and Eddie's last dance. I mean, I would not say Venom is one of the most complex characters in the Marvel universe. That is preposterous, really. Now, Kelly Marcel, she's written all the Venom films, right? And this is her feature directorial debut. She came up with the story along with Tom Hardy, which may be the issue here, right? It may be the issue. I think one big thing about this film that we were hearing was, right, it's introducing Kroll. and they was wanting to set Kroll up as Sony's Thanos, essentially. Right, so we open the film with this whole thing on kind of Kroll, right? He's kind of sat on a throne, but his head is down. So we don't get a proper look at Kroll. And you just get this backstory and everything. It's all moody and everything like that, right? So then we go and we've got Eddie in a bar. Eddie in a bar, and he's drunk. And then he just, he doesn't want to drink. Venom wants a drink, and you've got them making a mess, destroying everything, creating a cocktail. It's just a pointless scene. It's a pointless scene. It's a dumb scene. It's irritating. And it kind of sums up the Venom films, right? I didn't enjoy the first one. I didn't go near the second one. And I came into this one hoping, right? Like after those two attempts that now they've nailed it. Right? A bit like Deadpool. Didn't like the previous two. Loved the third. So I was hoping that would be the thing with this. It was not. It was not. Right? It was... I think the big thing with this is the humor is always so forced. So forced. And they try and go with that kind of slapstick, right? That Charlie Chaplin, Three Stooges, Benny Hill type of take. But it doesn't work. It never works. Because it always just comes off as way forced. And there needs to be a nuance in it, right? I mean, Spider-Man, he's wisecracking and all of that, and that works. Venom, I don't know, man. It's like, because it's meant to be that kind of third person talking to himself and all of this, right? Well, he's not actually talking to himself, he's talking to Venom, but... that's how it plays. But it just doesn't... For me, it just never really kind of became cohesive in any of these films. So we have this whole scene, and then, he's trying to leave, but get captured. Him getting captured is always... It seems so... simple. It's so simple. Oh, but before he gets captured, he runs into this Mexican gang and we get this whole thing. Right? Again, it was just... there was no need for it. Right? The weird thing about the whole symbiote in this film is it looked kind of paper mache. Well, it looked like a cross between paper mache and those old 80s action figures. Like, it looks super kind of plasticky. Where Venom is meant to be this kind of liquid, flowing being. A bit like Robert Patrick's Terminator in T2. That's what you kind of think Venom is like. He can flow into these different shapes, and but this, it just, I don't know. I just thought the Venoms looked weird, right? They just looked like paper mache plastic. It was very off-putting. And we keep on throwing in these things like, like you're throwing these things into this story. Like Reetha Finn's character, this family of moons. They are clearly there for some comic relief. But it's they're not funny, right? It's creating characters so you can put them in stupid situations, which no one in their rightest mind would do. And look, if it was just Martin and Nova, fine. They've got two little kids, right? You're not doing the shit they do when you've got two fucking kids, man. Right? It was so. And you think, how does he know how to work a thing that he works? Right? You're just like, he's a hippie. How does he know how to do that thing? Come on. Doesn't make any sense. Doesn't make any sense. Right? The whole film, because you've got this whole codex thing, which feels like it's this add-on. Like it came out of nowhere. I know it wasn't mentioned in the first film. Maybe it was mentioned in the second, because, I didn't watch that. But maybe. I don't think it was, though. So it's just like you've just tacked this thing onto the film, which makes no sense. What are we doing? What are we doing? It was just clunky, right? And I think that's the best way to sum up the film. It just felt clunky. There was nothing that seemed like it was this seamless, perfect story, that just made so much sense. And, you got where they were going. Maybe there's some callbacks to the previous films, but, you could still enjoy it for what it is. That isn't this. And I think after Michael Jordan's documentary, The Last Dance, right? Calling it The Last Dance, what are we doing? And don't even get me with the dance thing. Like, what the fuck was that? I don't know what that was. It's again like you're putting these things in and you're trying to get this comic relief. You're trying to get this emotional connection, and it's just never gonna be there because the scene's horrible. It's clunky, right? And you're kind of like, wait, why the fuck would he be doing this in the midst of everything that is going down? Like, why? There's no reason why. That is it, people. There's no reason why. Yeah, I regretted watching this film. You know what I mean? It was basically I left work straight to the cinema, and I'm just like, why did I do that? I don't know why I did that, to watch this film that I just didn't enjoy one iota. Look, if you do go to watch it, like listen, here's the thing though. As I said, I didn't like the first Venom. There's a load of people that like the first Venom. I'm sure there's a load of people that like the second Venom. And I'd say if you did, you're going to thoroughly enjoy the third film. You're going to thoroughly enjoy it, right? Stick around at the end because we do get a cut scene that does a bit more with Kroll, right? Not a whole lot. We do see him properly, but yeah, there is that. So stick around at the end. You don't have to wait too long. And I'm assuming there's just a one cut because I did not stay any later because I'm like, I need to get home. But yeah, Venom: The Last Dance is playing in cinemas. It is the, as you might get from the title, the last part of this trilogy. The last film Tom Hardy will be playing Eddie Brooke, Venom. I'm so thankful for that. Because he's just, yeah, was never right. Never right for the character. I think he was better as Bane. He's better as Bane. And I think there's other characters in the Marvel that he would have been great at, just not this. Not Venom. Not Venom. But yeah, it will be playing in all cinemas. So, as I say, if you enjoyed the first, then boom, go complete that trilogy, people, and check out Venom: The Last Dance.